We're doing a controlled burn. You can see behind me. I don't know why I'm kneeling, but my camera guy wanted me to. But we're burning this brush pile that we've assembled as we clear off this field. I'll show you one in a second that was lit last night and burned throughout the evening, but we're just starting this one today because the weather is good for it. So you just saw the one that we lit. This one's been burning since yesterday. A controlled burn's probably the best way to get rid of brush and stuff. Of course, you can like hugelkultur and all sorts of like regenerative ways, but at the end of the day, those cost money, and we just want this gone. And ultimately, that wood ash is going to heal the land in the same way.
Scott, what does wood ash do?
So many things. Too much for a video, but you've seen us putting straw all over this field after we put seed. This is the byproduct of that wheat when we were harvesting wheat from the garden. Not this, but this is mechanically baled into square bales, but it's the same thing. Notice that like the difference between hay and straw is that hay we feed to cows and straw doesn't have any seed on it. So all that nutritional property is gone, and it's just manure or a cover that we put on the landscape. Or used for bedding sometimes. People will do that too. So we just replaced this roof on the barn, and we put just a metal roof on instead of asphalt shingles. This will last like probably 25 years, maybe 50. The thing that will deteriorate first is the screws and the washers around them. But it'll give us a long life out of this barn. We put a new roof on, one, because we're going to do some rainwater collection off the side, but two, or maybe two and then one, but the main reason so we can put animals in here, because it's really important to have particularly goats. You can do field births and stuff, but we want to have some stalls so the mama goat and the baby goat can have some time together before they are entered into the main body of the herd. The previous tenant of this barn had installed these horse stalls, which I think is a pretty cool design. You have the tall door to come in with your horse or come in with your person, but then he made these really interesting design doors that he could get in with a tractor. This one's screwed together. So that you could come in with your tractor and scoop all the shit. Because anybody knows that having horses, you need to be cleaning these stalls all the time. But that gives you some great organic matter for your garden and other places. But this design I think is pretty cool. Somewhere around this region we'll have a giant cistern for rainwater collection. That way any of the water that comes off this roof can run through a first flush system and other filters depending on the use that we want, but then we can top it off with the well that'll be right over here. Also, it's at like the highest point in this property, so everything downhill can be fed with gravity instead of using the electrical pressure from the pump. So we've cleaned up the fence line at the same time that we were taking brush out of these pastures, and we want to make sure that we're doing all of our loader work at first. That's the first thing we want to do after we create access to the property, is do the loader work to clean up small trees and clean up the existing fence lines. That way we have less impact over time. That's the whole thing, use less fossil fuel impact over time. So we front load all that fossil fuel impact with the loader working now, and then we'll use animal progression from here on out.